A Court of Thorns and Roses is the first book in Sarah J. Maas's fantasy series, blending elements of Beauty and the Beast with high fantasy, magic, and romance. The story is set in a world where humans live in one territory and the magical, immortal Fae rule over another. The two realms have maintained a fragile truce for centuries, but that balance is disrupted when Feyre Archeron, the novel's protagonist, becomes entangled with the Fae world. Feyre Archeron, the youngest daughter in a poor family, lives in a remote village near the border of the Feylands. Her father, once a wealthy merchant, is now disabled and unable to work, while her two older sisters, Nesta and Elaine, are either indifferent or self-absorbed. Feyre is the primary provider for her family, and she spends her days hunting in the dangerous woods surrounding their home. Her skill with a bow and arrow is unmatched, and the hunt is her only means of ensuring their survival. One winter's day, while hunting in the forest, Feyre encounters a large wolf. Desperate to provide food for her family, she kills the wolf, taking its pelt and leaving it behind. Unbeknownst to her, this wolf was not an ordinary creature. It was a Fae in disguise, and killing it is a violation of the truce between humans and Fae. Shortly after the hunt, a monstrous Fae creature named Tamlin arrives at Feyre's cottage, demanding retribution for the death of the wolf. To avoid facing death, Feyre is offered an alternative by Tamlin. He informs her that, according to an ancient law, she must come live with him in the Fae realm of Prythian as punishment for killing the Fae. Feyre reluctantly agrees, though she is filled with fear and uncertainty. Tamlin, a high Fae, explains that she will be treated with respect, but she cannot return to her family. Feyre is taken to the Spring Court, one of the 7 courts that govern Prythian, ruled by Tamlin himself. Feyre's new life in Prythian is a jarring transition. She is thrust into a world of magic, beauty, and danger, far removed from her humble village. While she is initially fearful of the Fae, she gradually comes to realize that the Spring Court is a place of both charm and peril. Tamlin, although initially distant, starts to show a softer side, and over time, Feyre begins to grow fond of him. However, there is a dark undercurrent to the Fae world, with threats both political and supernatural lurking just beneath the surface. Feyre quickly discovers that the Fae are under a curse that has weakened them. The curse has been placed upon the land by an evil Fae High Lord, Amarantha, who rules from under the mountain. Under this curse, the Fae are unable to experience emotions fully, and the land itself is slowly dying. Feyre also learns that Tamlin, who once was a carefree and powerful High Lord, has become a shadow of his former self. His power diminished because of the curse. The curse can only be broken by someone who is willing to sacrifice something great and powerful. Feyre begins to understand that Tamlin's affliction is connected to her presence, and her arrival in the Spring Court has triggered a dangerous chain of events. As her relationship with Tamlin deepens, Feyre uncovers a tragic truth. Tamlin, and many others in Prythian, are being held captive in a magical prison created by Amarantha. The Spring Court is not the idyllic, peaceful place it appears to be, and Feyre must navigate both her growing feelings for Tamlin and the brewing tensions in the land. While she struggles to find a place for herself in this new world, her survival becomes tied not only to the curse but to the fate of all Fae and humans. As Feyre grows closer to Tamlin, she becomes more attuned to the strange, magical elements of the world around her. The Fae possess incredible powers, and Feyre is slowly exposed to these abilities, though she is still a human in a land where humans are largely powerless. Tamlin, in particular, is protective of Feyre, often keeping her isolated from the dangerous elements of the Fae world. However, as Feyre's bond with Tamlin grows, she becomes more attuned to her own powers, though she is initially unaware of their full extent. Her relationship with Tamlin deepens into a romantic one, filled with passion and longing. But her happiness is marred by the looming threat of Amarantha and the horrors of the curse that plague the Feylands. The situation reaches its breaking point when Feyre is forced to journey to the land under the mountain, where Amarantha resides. Feyre's love for Tamlin and her desire to help him and the Fae lead her into Amarantha's lair, where she is subjected to cruel trials and forced to confront the evil queen. These trials are designed to test Feyre's resolve and force her to confront her deepest fears. In the end, Feyre must make a life-altering decision: sacrificing her own well-being to break the curse that holds the Fae in bondage. Her trials culminate in a confrontation with Amarantha, who represents the dark, manipulative forces threatening not only the Fae, but also the delicate balance between the human and Fae worlds. Feyre's bravery, intelligence, and selflessness are tested to their limits, and she must overcome both physical and emotional challenges in order to break the curse and save Tamlin and his people. The resolution of a court of thorns and roses involves Feyre's eventual victory over Amarantha, breaking the curse that has plagued the Fae and allowing the Spring Court and other courts to return to their former glory. In the process, Feyre's relationship with Tamlin is solidified, and their love proves to be a central force in overcoming the curse. However, while the curse is broken, the novel leaves several unanswered questions about the future of Feyre, her relationships, and the broader implications for both the human and Fae realms. The ending sets the stage for the following books in the series, which delve deeper into the world of Prythian and Feyre's evolving role within it. If you enjoyed this short summary of A Court of Thorns and Roses, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to help me create more content. Your support truly means a lot. Until next time.